This is a travel tripod by Lammcou. It's one of the most premium package tripod that I've ever seen. Comes with 3 different attachments. First, the tripod itself. A phone holder. It works in both ways. You can hold the phone in the landscape or the portrait mode. It comes with a GoPro mount. And a 3.5-inch screw. This comes with the ball head at the bottom. The construction quality is fantastic. The legs are really soft and soft material, I would say. The feet have rubber to it, so they don't slip. These buttons, there are actually no buttons here. The legs, when they're opened up, have a click kind of an effect. So it goes ahead and opens up, and you can place them down directly and use it as a regular tripod. So let's go ahead and try the attachments on this tripod. First up, I would put the ball mount here. The ball mount allows for the 360-degree rotation. To put that up, you have to take off the screw that comes right on top. You'll have to take that off, all the way. Once you have that off, you put the ball mount in. You put a bit of pressure on it to be able to get that in position. And of course, you can remove it later if required. Once it's in position, go ahead and put the screw back in. And your tripod head is ready. As long as you keep the screw with a little bit movement, you will be able to move the tripod, you'll be able to move the ball head. But once you tighten it up, the grip is fairly good and the head does not move at all. Next is the GoPro mount. So once you fit in the tripod head, you can put the GoPro attachment right on top of that. And after this, you can go ahead and use any of the GoPro mounts which you may already have right on top of this tripod. Then is the phone holder. It works on both the landscape as well as the portrait mode. I also have this one as a separate holder as well, so I'm pretty good fan for this particular design. It allows for the main mount to stay on the tripod just the way it is, and you can just change the orientation by moving the screw at the back. I have an iPhone 7 Plus, and it takes in the the whole phone with the case. When you go ahead and expand it out, so it has the ability to take or hold a small phone as well as a larger phone. Let's go ahead and put it on. So once the mount is secure, you have 2 screws, one at the back and one at the top. But this mount is able to accommodate the entire phone by itself. I like to keep it a little lopsided. You could just definitely keep it right in the middle as well. The reason for that, as you could see, is that once you turn the phone on a vertical mode, you don't really have to adjust the position of the phone. So once that is done, and if you just want to change it to, say, a FaceTime, or you want to take a vertical, image, or you're doing Snapchat on the vertical part, just go ahead and change from the back, put it on the vertical, and you're good to go. If you see that if I had the phone exactly in the middle, I would need to readjust the entire thing to be able to have a vertical stand here. It's very easy to hold. The balance is very good as well, and this is essentially a bendy tripod. So let's go ahead and bend it out and see how it works. Now within the studio, I do not have a tree or a branch, so I took out my monopod and I'm using that as a branch or a tree to see how this would actually function and whether it can actually, stay put, or would it move or lose the traction. Keep in mind that the tree branch would have its own bit of friction. This is a metal, so it's fairly slippery as well. But this tripod is holding fairly well in my view. Of course, I haven't put any camera on this as yet. You can assume that there would be some bit of weight right on top as well once you put that through. But of course, once you put the camera on top of this tripod, you won't really be shaking it that vigorously. And once you're done, you can bring in the legs straight forward. They work perfectly fine with that. They get back in shape, and your tripod is good to go.